All right, let's see this here real quick. They are haunted spirits of humans that have been changed after death. They're haunted by their own shadows, which show their original human form. These creatures have been said to be inhabitants of Atlantis or sailors lost at sea. In mythology, these beasts are said to have instigated the fall of Rome. What a cool hook to start a video. Am I right? I'm reading a description of a mythical creature that we turn into an explorer in Bastunia. If you know who it is, drop your guesses in the comments. I'm excited. If you do, that's crazy. I've done a bunch of research on beasts, mythical creatures to use for Bastunia. And today and in this video, I'm going to go over some of the mythical creatures we used to stem off of to create the spirit beasts or the callings of Bastunia. I'm Dillon. This is the Unfound Anamnesis YouTube channel. If you're new to it, welcome. Watch other videos. This one might feel a little out of context, but you'll at least be able to learn about cool mythical creatures. Drop us a like, subscribe if you want, leave comments, share on social media. You might have a friend that's into things like this, but we're talking about the world of Bastunia, where people are born knowing their calling at birth. Their god, Buntu, who you'll learn more about in videos to come, gifts each person of this world a spiritual beast called a calling when they're born that signifies their life dharma. People walk three different paths. The path of the builder, mythical creatures that create matter out of matter. The path of the defender, people that the warriors, the people that love their brothers and sisters of Bastunia and protect them from incoming invasions from the world beyond. And the path of the explorer, which we're learning about this week. It's called Explorer Week. The path of the explorer, these are the winged creatures, the creatures that can dive to the depths of the ocean, the creatures that can travel great distances. And that calling represents someone that is born to explore, is born to seek wonder and philosophize about this world of Bastunia. And it was really fun coming up with these mythical creatures. The cool thing about it, if you guys know the path of the explorer, you know they live in a place called Base Camp that is really northwest of Main City. They climb the Great Mountain for the most part, and they practice in what we call the climb. And their beasts are fun because their beasts are the agile beasts that can run great distances and fly and dive. Most explorers seek to climb, seek to run, but other explorers are diving to the depths of the ocean. And if you stay to the end, you're actually going to be able to see our illustrator come up with a flying, climbing beast. It's James' first beast. Its name is Magi. I think you'll dig it. I'm getting all lost. So we're going to dive into, I'm going to show you some of these mythical creatures that we base Bastunia off of. I'm going to share my screen here in just a second. So the first thing I'm going to go to is an explorer beast that is actually not a climber or a flyer, but it's a diver. It's based on a mythical creature called Mishipetsu, which is actually Native American lore close to my home of Michigan. So Mishipetsu is said to be a great mermaid lynx that dives and lives in Lake Superior, one of the great lakes that surrounds Michigan, and it's close to Canada. I got to get this working. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen so we can see here Mishipetsu is going to make its debut in Bastunia. Super cool beast. Like I said, it's part lynx, it's part mermaid. Are aquatic panthers with scales and sharp spines running down their back. They have horns to symbolize their power and palm-like paws to better swim with. So in Bastunia, these are the creatures that are a little bit away from base camp. They're more close to the edge of Bastunia, and we're going to see them much further along in the series. Mishipetsu is based off of that. The cool part about Bastunia, though, is an explorer beasts is they don't have to be beasts that can climb really high or fly or swim, but explorer beasts are also the form of transportation for people throughout Bastunia. So what we're going to do next is we're going to show you a land transport explorer beast that's based on, wait for it. There we go. That's based on a Egyptian lore. It's the Egyptian goddess Ammit. For those of you that have been watching Moon Knight, you learn a little bit about Ammit. But Ammit is a mythical creature ominously translating to devour or soul eater. Ammit was an underworld dwelling ancient Egyptian goddess demon who personified divine retribution. Having multifaceted anatomy of a lion, hippopotamus, and crocodile, she waited for the opportunity to devour the hearts of people who were deemed unworthy, being measured by the scales of Ma'at. For those that have seen Moon Knight, you'll see that we'll have a callback. Ammit showed herself in that series. She will show herself in Bastunia, but really of just land transport. She will be like the bus that takes people throughout Main City or out of Main City and back. We're going to make her pretty big. We're excited for what we can do with Ammit. And then the last thing that you'll find explorer beasts doing in Bastunia is they're the communication beasts. It's almost, they're the beasts needed to be able to take messages from base camp to Metropolia, from Main City to no wasteland where the defenders live. It's the job of someone that is born with an explorer beast, but they're also known as kind of like the media. And you're going to learn of a character whose calling is based off of the Chan-Chan in South American lore. In its simplest form, it's a bird of the night, kind of like an owl that flies on silent wings to announce illness, death, or some other unwelcome event. This Chan-Chan will live in Bastunia, and its human counterpart will be really the journalist of Main City, talking about what everyone's talking about in town, bringing it to the local government, for better, for worse. We gave him a conflicting characteristic as someone that is supposed to be eloquent and a journalist. He has a stutter. So he'll be a fun character for you guys to get to know. And finally, we want to give you one of the greatest explorer beasts in Bastunia. It is James' first beast. James is the hero of his time. He's the main character's dad. He seeked out to bring the god back, and he was born at birth with an explorer beast. It's this most powerful beast. I was reading about some of the mythology of it earlier. If you guessed Periton of Roman lore, you were correct, and you're blowing my mind. If you knew that, I learned about it just doing this research. It's absolutely incredible. Here is the Periton in all its wonder. It's really almost like half stag, half great eagle. Creatures themselves are invulnerable to harm, which makes their main goal much easier. Peritons cleanse their torture by killing and eating human hearts. I promise you, the creature that we created will not do this, but this is the Periton based off of Roman lore. Last thing I told you, if you stay to the end, I'll show you our incredible illustrator, Evan Winston. We gave him this, and he created Magi in all of Magi's glory. Here is the beginning creation of Magi. This was his first rough sketch, which we loved. We want him to feel a little bit more evolved, a little bit more regal. So this is what it looked like to start. Oops. He also put him in kind of different poses. We really, really like this, and this is probably what Magi looked early in its life, but as it really solidified and got to its ultimate level, what we came to is the great Magi you see before you. James' winged stag that helps him travel great distances. You see some facial features here. We absolutely love Evan Winston and everything that he's doing. He's bringing this American 2D animation to Bastunia. We love it. Hopefully you love it. Let us know what you think of these illustrations below. And lastly, if you have any cool mythical creature that would be an amazing explorer beast, drop it below. Tell us about it. If I already have it, I'll let you know. If we don't have it, we'll add it to Bastunia. And it's just another way that you can be a part of Bastunia. Again, my name is Dillon. This is the Unfound Anamnesis. Thank you so much for coming. Like, subscribe, comment, share. We love you. And I'll see you in the next video where we talk about the climb a regular event that all explorers do, and a cool philosophical lesson that it can teach us that you can take into your day-to-day life. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next video.